What was your reaction to Peter Thomas's plea deal? And did you speak with him before he turned himself in?
I did speak to him a few months ago. I've known about it for a while. I was just, surprised and disappointed, but
Angela, my question is, do you regret sharing what Shamia said about Porsha to her earlier this season? And do you feel like that may be the main rift for their friendship?
No, I
Welcome to another episode of Talk That Talk, Reality with Realness. I am your host, Kelly Kells.
And it's your other host, Chase.
And you guys already know we are here to recap the latest episode, which was episode 16 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Things are starting to heat up. But before we get into the show, we got to discuss the clip of the week, which was us.
Yeah.
Talk That Talk making their debut on TV. Bravo. Watch What Happens Live to be exact.
Yes.
Friend. That was fun.
It was fun. It was exciting. And also like the build up. Child, I was so full of nerves before it finally happened. But child, once I got to talking, child, all those nerves went away. But friend, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. It was fun.
I had a good time too. It was definitely fun, but like you said, the nerves were definitely there. I had a little lag in my audio when I started speaking, and like
Yes.
I almost freaked out, but I like channeled my inner Beyonce and I kept my professionalism and I just kept going, but it worked out.
Yeah,
it was fun.
It definitely was a lag on my end too, but I was wondering would that show up on the show, but child, obviously not. But yeah, it was exciting getting to ask our girls Cynthia and Angela, especially being able to give Angela her flowers and how proud we are of her. So
that's my mama, and y'all can tweet, you can do whatever. That's my mama, and you can tweet till you get blue in the face. I don't care. She can have whatever she want, because that's my mama.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really dope.
Yes, absolutely. So friends, we hope y'all enjoyed it. We were really excited for y'all to see that. And hopefully there's, that was just the start of Talk That Talk. You know what I'm saying? Like doing big things. Period.
We need a late night show. And
y'all already got the number, y'all got the email.
Look,
What's up?
call me now, Miss Cleo.
Put us on. That part. So, other than that though, friend, let's get right into the show.
Let's get to it. What went down on this episode, child, that we came from last week? An amazing episode to child to 2 good scenes this episode.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, we're going to skip over Shamia. We're going to skip over Phaedra.
Paul, why is you here?
Phaedra's a great mom, but we're going to skip over that. Shamia too, but we're going to start at Kelly in the cooking contest. So what was your take on that scene, friend?
Okay, it's just jumping right into it. Marcus, you look ridiculous.
Now, wait a minute, Miss Mamas.
Whoever you let put you up to doing that, I don't care how much they paid you, they made you look ridiculous to come up there to that woman like that. And
You look stupid. Just like
friend, I was like, child, not only do he look ridiculous, you already know who I'm finna get next. Production. Y'all look ridiculous because it's obvious that y'all knew what was going on, because if y'all didn't, where was security and how somebody get that kind of quick access to her? Like this fire production.
Production with the shit though,
They with it.
They wanted they loved that happened, But here's my take on this random guy approaching Angela. I personally I don't like when I don't know if he was being used or if he just did this on his own free will, but I don't like when the gays are used and thrown into the mix to sow discord in the show, because we've seen that before in the past, and it's just so old, late, and tired and messy, right?
You don't know that he was used.
But the question is, by who?
Oh, you know, but we're gonna wait. till they say it, but you know I know who did it.
Wait, who? Well, let me know.
Bitch, it wasn't obvious.
Who?
Let's make a bet. Let's bet that it was Phaedra.
Okay, I figured you was gonna say Phaedra. I mean,
yeah,
it certainly wouldn't surprise me, but
the writing's on the wall. Like, one, how she hurry up and went to make the phone call, her facial expression the whole time looking confused, and then if you notice throughout the season, Angela has been saying she has some stuff to come to Phaedra about. Like, they got to get some understanding about some things. So, bitch, I'm just putting 1 + 1 = 2. Baby, they got Phaedra name written all over, shucking and jiving and scheming.
It definitely could be Phaedra, but it's either between Phaedra and it's between production. But baby, Phaedra definitely ran quick to that car to go deliver the information. Like, the Lord works fast, but Phaedra works faster. Like,
Okay. Honey, girl.
she ran to that car to deliver that news.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I feel like it just looked like something she did. And if she did, like, child, Phaedra. You got to grow at some point.
I hope Angela get her.
Oh, baby, Angela gonna eat that girl.
Angela need to get her regardless, whether it was her or not, because she done talked enough shit about Angela anyway.
And then also, again, obviously we don't know if it was Phaedra at this point. This is just me assuming. But if it is, it's still that whole thing of Phaedra throwing rocks and try to hide her hands. Like, even in her confessionals, like when she's in her confessionals, she's shady boots. But when she with the girls, she nice. She's
all good.
You know,
when I leave, you want to keep doing this. But then when I come around, you don't want to post up.
She getting along with everybody. So I don't know. Phaedra is she doing way too much, especially to be coming from another show where she claimed everybody over there was mean girls and was mean to her. Girl.
Well, you know, she said she's certified as a Reiki doctor. You know, she said that tonight.
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome. Like Reiki, what is that?
Child. Y'all better not be careful who you let put hands off you.
That part.
Okay. So, friend, also at the event, other than that big explosive moment, child, with Marcus, I don't even know you, but if you are in the community, child, we ain't claiming you. But anywho.
I definitely just threw him in the community like I knew that for a fact, didn't I?
Well, bitch, you got to be you willing to do something like that. Ain't no straight man doing it. Okay.
Child. Anyway, so
what do you think about the competition between Kelli and Charles, child?
I think Charles whooped that ass.
Bon appetit.
And the girls wanted to just say it was a tie just to be nice to Kelli, but they definitely was saying Charles' food was given like, you know, Southern, like back home type cooking vibes, and I can see that.
Yeah.
And so Kelli, it was like, all right, we just trying to be nice.
Okay, because baby, not only did the kids say she couldn't cook, now everybody else saying Charles the better cook, and not Drew was like, Kelli, and yours just give me soul. Just soul. I said, okay, not shady, but I will say, not Kelli throwing shade at the beginning of the event, and she was like, and I am going to feed everybody and make sure everybody eat or something to that notion. I was like, oh, baby, Miss Kelli coming out the gate being shady.
Big mad. But can we just note, Drew looked amazing at the Williams-Sonoma cooking event.
Silas. And this you're on point with it.
Like, I just thought she just looked so beautiful.
Yeah. Drew did look good.
And Kelli looked like a grown baby doll.
Baby, that's why she mad at her glam.
Because they giving the looks to Britt.
They giving the looks to Britt, and she mad about it, baby.
Well, Britt is, I mean, let's be honest, Britt is a better muse. She would be more fun to dress, right? Let's keep it real.
Keep it all the way real.
Like, Kelli, I'm sure you gotta go to the Baby Gap to find stuff for Kelli, and you gotta go to like the women's section, you probably got to get a lot of alterations. Like,
ooh, baby,
it's
a lot of
lot.
tailoring going on.
Yeah, she's like the size of a toddler, but the titties of a grown woman.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Phaedra is obsessed with her size. I think Phaedra is obsessed with her size.
The weird thing is she always talking about Kelli being small, but she's small.
I may be small.
So I don't know why she's so obsessed with it.
Child. Okay, now friend, also during this scene, they were going back and forth between them and Brit had Cynthia and Porsha at her house. And child, they were shocked that the girl let them over into her house. Child, looked like a war zone over there. Then
Get your shoes on. Let's go find you a home, honey. Ooh, Lord.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, they did not show that front messy ass.
Now, why
room.
they do that?
They did not have to show that.
Was on the right side, baby. That's why she wanted to come over.
I would have never had them over with that, with the cameras and that look. Like, girl, we could have met up at a restaurant down the street or something.
Or outside in the backyard. Or let's just start downstairs. How about that? Now, do you think Britt was being messy how she threw Shamia under the bus about she showed her text messages about conversations with Shamia and Porsha?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, yes.
I feel like Britt is like, okay, I see Britt, what you're doing. Kelli and Shamia are getting close. So it's like, I'm coming for Kelli, bitch. I'm coming for Shamia too. I'm a fuck y'all stuff up. And then I'm gonna get Porsha on my side is what I'm seeing. Britt is in her villain bag. I feel like she was brought on the show for that reason anyways.
Right.
So it's like, well, you finally showed up to the party at the end of the season, girl. Like,
right. And you know, and what I will say about Porsha did not engage. And
she didn't.
I don't know if it was because like she was trying to pay her dust about it, but I think it was just that thing like she been doing all season. Like when she get in the hot seat about something, she just doesn't engage. However, I do commend her in this moment, not really getting a riff-raff. She's like, okay, my thing with it is, girl, do what's best for you. I ain't even getting that about, whatever Shamia supposedly said. But yeah, I thought that was a little bit crazy for her to bring up in that moment when the conversation is about you and Kelli. And I guess she brought Shamia up because she's like, shit, Kelli ain't got no problem with the glam working with Shamia. Why she care about them working with me?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the whole glam team situation. Like, what do you think? Like,
friend, like I said last week, let them people work. Like, to me, it's not that big of a deal. And if it is that big of a deal to you, this was your best friend, Kelli. You should have had a conversation with the girl and said, look, this ain't really working out the way I thought it was going to work out. Utilize them until this point, but can we make a plan, to transition into something else? But to fall all out, and I get it, Kelli says she feels like, the friendship the support isn't reciprocated. I guess Britt not reaching out to her about the divorce and stuff like that, which Britt should have done that. Britt should have reached out regardless of whatever. But again, child, like you said last week, it's just giving production place people together and the
not
ship is sinking.
Friends. Yeah. I mean, Britt did say, like, girl, you wanted me to work with, like, your people, though. But when it went too far or when you didn't like the fact of how I was looking, then you wanted to get mad about it. And I can kind of see that. Like, the crazy part about it is, like, I'm low-key, like, agreeing with Britt. Like,
That's devastating, man.
Like, between that and between the situation with her and Shamil about the donations, I'm like, not Britt bird brain making sense, and I'm on her side right now.
Yeah,
like,
which is why she should show up to the reunion. Because, like, I feel like, girl, these are your best moments right here. This be your best moments.
Valid points for her have been made.
Yeah,
and she should have just stood in that.
Yeah,
and brought her dumb ass to the reunion. But it is what it is.
Once a scammer, allegedly.
Always a scammer. She's more concerned with getting that bag out of that lawsuit than getting a peach for next season.
Do you hear me?
Is what I see.
They don't know how to play the long game.
Look, she want that. She was trying to get that one big payout. She'll be done spent it, be broke somewhere, and back on the webcam.
Oh, do you? I'm coming home. She said, "Baby, these ain't the cameras I like.
Okay.
I like the one that you just put on a little tripod and put your little ring light in front of it and go on about your business
and throw your titties out on the countertops."
Jezebel, straight from hell, incubus, succubus is gone wild and.
Okay, girl, Brit. All right, friend, you ready to move on to the next scene? Which was the black? What she call it? The black glove affair with Phaedra.
Child, what you think about Phaedra Bougetto fashion show?
First of all, what is this showroom she keep talking about? What's her affiliation? Like, girl, we don't look at you for fashion. We never have. We never will. However, her son, Dylan, he ate with them pants, though. I'm going to give he ate with them pants. So we'll look to your son for the fashion, but ain't nobody buying no furs from no Phaedra. Who?
Not to mention Phaedra herself at the event. She was definitely giving Southern Belle. It gave me like old school Phaedra, like because that shit was country as hell.
You know, like a damn country bumpkin.
It was not cute. She had so much going on. She just looked like she was just hot, just too much happening. And I gotta say this, and this is gonna be the craziest thing I've probably said, but I actually probably liked Shamia's look the best.
It did look good.
Her look.
Yes,
not
she did.
The hair.
Yes, she did.
The look was nice. Yeah, the look was nice.
Yeah,
I don't know too much about the accessories, but the dress itself, kudos.
Yeah, she looked good.
Apparently
Britt
she's working
good too.
Britt. I like Britt's hair and makeup.
That you begged for me to work with.
Yeah, Britt looked good. Now the dress in the back was a little, it was a little too short because you saw that ass up under there. But I thought she looked nice overall for sure.
Yeah. So how about Porsha's cousin passing? That was
that
random.
Was sad.
That was unfortunate to hear that happened. And I remember her from the show.
Yeah, and Shamia had a whole moment.
Yeah, she made sure to get her piece.
Oh, okay. I said, baby, that poor baby gonna have her a crying moment. I can only imagine she gonna be the one doing all the crying on the reunion.
Oh yes, definitely. But rest in peace to Porsha's cousin.
Yes, Lundy.
I was wondering if Phaedra and Willie Watkins gonna do the body.
Thank you, Jesus. Where's Willie Watkins?
Porsha ain't going. Porsha gonna say, no ma'am.
Porsha and her family have asked me to assist with the homegoing for Lundy.
We okay, thank you.
That's her bestie. That's freaking frack.
Child.
She can get a discount
on them. Okay. Now the way Porsha got all this these court fees and stuff going on, child, she probably need a discount.
Boy, she says Simon's supposed to be responsible for paying her attorney and court fees.
Child, if they can find them.
Right. If they can find the money, where is the money? Where are these businesses?
Bitch, she been paying for everything.
Listen.
Ooh. But back into the show, friends. Now, not they locked Drew out, baby. Drew was out there eating the policeman wings, bitch. Well, eating number bones.
Yeah, I'm like, girl, why is you in here picking over this man, eating his last wing with all his picked over bones on top of it? Like, and the look wasn't given. I'm like, girl, you should have I wish she would have just left the event, because who finna stand outside?
Yeah, I would have left
to get into that homegrown ass fashion show.
Yeah, it was given. They production tried to have a moment like Mary Cosby being locked outside of Meredith's event on Salt Lake City. Yeah, I would have just left. The event wasn't all that to be standing there for anyway. But child, I digress.
Yeah. Aside from Drew standing outside, let's talk about Kelli and Britt, because that got real heated real quick. Like, it went from 0 to 100. That shit was funny as hell.
It was funny. Kelli was not with the bullshit. Brit said, "Hey, Kelli." Kelli said, Baby Kelli said, "I ain't speaking to her. She fake. She ain't called me about my divorce. She ain't got, but bitch, they were going at it back and forward. What Phaedra say was the Wimbledon Classic.
Wimbledon.
Going back and forward. Yeah, them girls, they showed up that scene.
But Britt stood 10 toes down too, though. Okay.
Do you hear?
Kelli said, "Yo, pill-poppin roommate."
But
there was so much shade wrapped up in that roommate comment. That's some shade for your ass. I hope, look.
And Britt went to hell. Okay.
She did.
Per usual.
Straight to hell.
You want to respect me? Then, baby, I'm going to lay the whole clip out.
Britt
said, my God.
What about these abortions you had when you was married? Now, I think do you think she went a little too far? Because
yes, that's
it was hot
far.
and heavy.
Yeah, that's too far. And also Kelli went too far too with the pill popping comment, because that's what you call it, defaming. That's defamation too. Yeah. So I think both of them honestly went too far. And child, I fault production, because y'all interviewed these folks. Y'all, I don't know if y'all had an interview process, because clearly y'all showing y'all don't do no darn thorough investigation of how this situation played out with Brit and Kenya. So I don't know what the hell they doing over there. This can't be the same people from back in the day, child.
No, it's giving Britt it's like she just slid in, because she's just not the person for this show. And honestly, I mean, is Kelli really also like
she obviously she don't want to slid up in here, slithing on up in here. Okay. Yeah, they just again, do they make great television? I think that people can argue both sides of it. But do they bring that quintessential housewife vibe? You know, that you want people that can be drama, but like not bringing like dark drama, like going to the point of calling people pill poppers and talking about people having abortions. Like that just makes the show dark. Like, can we not? Can we not?
Yeah, I'm kind of one of those people that's like believes in like, if you take it there, then like the gloves are off.
Shake unless you're ready to get shook.
So I'm kind of toting the line between like, you did talk about drug allegations, right? So like, Britt literally threw what she had back at you. So it's like, hey,
and it's the thing.
brought it on yourself.
And I think that's the same argument with Britt and Kenya. Bitch, you started throwing them whips and pistols out, and bitch, Kenya came with you with her best shot. So I think it's the same thing, and that's what I'm saying. Like, again, who are these people that we are even getting to that level? Like, we shouldn't even be at the level about that kind of dark shit. Like, it shouldn't even be in the conversation at all. Like, you should have the brain to be like, I can't go here, but let me get my good witty read together. Now, I will say that about Phaedra. Phaedra getting on my nerves. Yes, she is. However, she know how to keep her shade above. She ain't going dark. At least I don't think she would ever go that dark to do something like that now.
Now say what now?
5 of them.
What she did in the past.
Before.
Okay. But I feel like it's just a fine line that you got to be able to do. And everybody can't do that dance. That's why Angela is the MVP of this season.
Angela.
Because she know the fine line, and she still can come at you, and she ain't finna take it dark. Yeah, there was that whole little moment with them, though it's interesting, but at the end of the day, like digesting all of that, you just like, oh, that was just a lot. That was a lot to take on.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly no coming back from that. Like, I don't see them repairing that type of relationship at all.
Oh no!
Once you throw that out.
You definitely can't come to me, first of all, talking about my roommate, bitch. You know that's my man. Don't call my man my roommate.
But we know what she was trying to say, though.
Okay, know exactly what she was saying. Child.
How you doing?
Do you hear me? Now, friend, also in this scene, Angela said, look, I know some people who know some people, and they don't play about me and Charles. So we sent them over to that restaurant. And we done found out who that young man was, and he was paid to be there.
Well, I certainly would like to know who the hell put him up to it.
Girl, what's going on?
What did he say? What did he say? Is that shade, Phaedra?
Ooh. Is that shade, Phaedra?
I know you think it's Phaedra, but I think it was production. But we'll never know. If it was production, we'll never know that it was them.
But it's gonna be wrapped up under Phaedra. You watch what I tell you.
Yeah. I mean, she may take the bullet for it.
A friend. All right, now let's get to the social media roundup. What the people saying out there?
All right, so Miss Caramel Bunny says, not Dylan cranking out clothes faster than Sheree.
Joggers.
Okay. Okay.
At Showgirl said, I know in my spirit that Phaedra set this Angela Charles cheating scheme up. So unnecessary.
We all know Phaedra full of shit.
So, friend, you ain't the only one that think that. Basic 21 says, I cannot stand Phaedra. She is one of the most sinister people I have seen on TV. She is truly evil at heart. She takes joy in any downfall or misfortune of others. That's why she looks like a ghetto Cabbage Patch doll no matter what she does. Ghetto Cabbage Patch.
Babe with the big cheeks. Oh, baby, y'all be reading down in the comments.
Down.
Ooh, friend. Well, friend, this episode, bitch, they gave us all that excitement last week. And again, last week was good because the girls got along. Last week, because the girls were being girls. Like, have a good time. Like, it's fight, but don't get so dark. Every time they get dark like this, like, I just feel like it just brings the brand down. Like, ugh. I see why it took so long to you can tell, bitch, they wanted to X this season. They had to have wanted to X this season.
I don't know if they even realized that, like, it wasn't really what they wanted it to be.
Well, y'all, look, we appreciate y'all for kicking it with us, watching with us, tuning in with us. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video with your friends. Also, we want to hear back from y'all about seeing us, child, on our TV debut on Watch What Happens Live. We definitely enjoyed that. And y'all already know, until next time, y'all, we'll holler.
Peace.